Hey folks, we're back with the Prairie Lazarus 12 string. Starting to sand the sides down. There's some lacquer checking up here on the top. We're going to get it sanded down so the side is nice and smooth. The top's coming off. It just, let's see if we can see this, it just splintered. And I mean, this was like over 3 days. Super gentle with it, and it all just kind of fractured and kind of came up. We're probably going to have to replace it anyways with this, but now coupled up with this and with this, yeah, this is going to be fun. New top, so looking for a router. So until we get that done, we're going to sand the sides of this down, and I've just got that foam sanding block that I got from the nifty auto parts store, and this is just 220 grit, and we're just going to sand it down until we get it nice and smooth and just down to the wood and get all that old finish sanded off of there. Don't forget your mask. 100 right now. Just moving on. Still finished. This is wood here. This is all finished. So, fun. So I'm sure some of you are saying to yourself, why is he doing that by hand? Why doesn't he go to the store and buy a random orbit sander and do this in like 10 minutes? A couple of reasons. Number one, I would really like to buy a random orbit sander that was made in the United States. You ever tried to find a power tool made in the United States? Not real easy. You can find Japanese brand power tools assembled in the United States, but to find something made in the USA is really hard to do. And I'm a firm believer in using the voting power of economics. So you know what? I'm okay doing it by hand. You can see the horn. We're going to start getting into the wood. I'm going to do the clear top coat, and then there's a sand sealer. We'll get through that. We'll get through the wood. The wood's where we need to be. So, anyways, we're going to dump our toothbrushes away. Well, after a marathon all-night sanding session, you can see that I have gotten it almost down to where it needs to be. There's still some work to do. The heel still needs to be pulled off. My fancy dancy steam making machine is waiting on hose to get in. Go figure. Anyways, so we'll have to wait to get this up done. And then I don't know if you can really see this or not. There are sections here where I don't quite have all of that sanding sealer off of it. So I'm going to keep hitting it with the good old-fashioned 80 grit sandpaper until I get all that off, because man, let me tell you, it takes a gob of time to get that stuff off. There's another nice big patch right there. This is the strap button that I just cut it flush. I used a hacksaw blade or a little jigsaw blade, and I just cut it off flush. Eventually this is going to have probably a bags combo put into it, and then that will I'll drill this part of it out and then just put the end jack in there. Looking at pieces to order this. I've got the shape drawn, I've got the shape outline of it drawn, so I can pick up my top or start picking it out, yeah, at any rate, and then get to work on that. I got the pick guard pulled off. It had to come off anyways because I just wanted to see, I just wanted to have it for size reference. So that I can make another one to go right there. But boy, I tell you what, it just didn't want to come off of there at all. And I was, man, I was sweet and gingerly to it as I could be, and it still pulled this off. So it doesn't matter because we're going to pull the top, replace the top anyway. So back to sanding. We'll get that sanded, and then I don't know, we might sand the back. Still got to figure out what I'm going to do about this push through here, and then this will all have to be sanded as well. So sanding, sanding, sanding. Yay! Wear your mask. Hey, the sides are mostly done as far as rough sanding, 100 grit sanding. Now working on the back. And you can see this is the original finish. Here we're kind of scuffing through the clear coat into this little color coat here, and then here we're down into the back, the actual wood. I've taped off this punch area here, and we're just gonna get the rest of this sanded off, and then we'll go from there. Sand, sand, sand. Hey, we're back. Now that this has had some time to dry, we're going to start cleaning the glue in and out of here. There's a lot of goo in here, as you can see, just from a very light pass digging in here. So we'll get this all cleaned up. Same thing, glue all removed, get it sanded down. You can see the back has been coming along pretty darn well. We had to go to the store and get more sandpaper because I used all my 100 grit, and so this last spot we might even take it down to 80 just to get it done and to move on. So that's where we're at. Whew. All right, we got that pocket cleaned up, that net pocket cleaned up pretty nice. We got a little more sanding done on the back, and there is a split right kind of in there. I knew about that. So we're at a good point now where I went ahead and I glued it up, taped it down, and then have got these clamps on it, and we'll let it sit overnight, and then we'll kind of clean that up tomorrow. And tomorrow will be the big push to get all of this sanded down on the sides and the back. 80 grit, and then probably 150 grit, and then probably 220 grit to get it nice and smooth. May work on the heel neck joint a little tomorrow, see if maybe we can't get that put together. And then the big pause is on to where we can figure out, I have to get a small router to route the top of this off so we can start working on the new soundboard. But progress, so life is good. Alright, as you can see, it's getting there. Holy cow, this is taking forever. That's okay. We're up to 180 grit. And right now the fun is just trying to get all the old sealer out of it. It is really soaked into the grain, and that very well could also be a grain filler that I'm kind of fighting with. But yeah, it's coming along, and I just got a lead about a tool. So we're going to take a break and run to a thrift shop and see if they have this thing. And if they don't, man, that's okay, because I got some air. And so there we go, plugging along. Stay tuned. It still looks like this on the other side. This taped up because as I was rotating it around, you can tell I mangled my top. The sides are pretty much done. I got some discoloration in the binding, and that's just some of the old finish, and that is slowly coming off. The neck pocket's cleaned out, probably about as good as it's going to get. The neck parts are drying from their little encounter with the Mr. Coffee espresso steamer, and so yeah, that's where we're at. So stay tuned. Don't forget your mask.